Hello everyone, it's Jade and welcome back to a Sims 3 speed build on the channel. So this speed build is actually intended for our Sims 3 Generation 3 100 Baby Challenge. So this home is going to be a bit different than the previous ones. I guess the idea was that Generation 1 style was kind of, what it was. It was rags to riches kind of getting and grinding for that money to pay for the bills and also make cribs, well not make cribs, have cribs for our kids. And, to send them to school. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to pay anything to send them to school. But it was just more like, everything was what it was. We did have like a bit of rainbow bed situation going on, which I was vibing. But, that was the kind of gist. It was just a bit messy in the first generation, but that's okay. Next generation on, we did actually have a bit of money. So I was able to set out a home for us. One story, just because the previous generation, Generation 1, I struggled so much with having the kids like getting stuck on the stairs that I was just done. I was like, you know what? We are living for this one-story house and it's going to be the best experience of our lives. We are vibing for it. But as you can see, the stairs in this build, in the Generation 3, I was going to say Sims 3. Generation 3. But I had this idea in my head that I knew how this was going to work, and maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe I will end up demolishing half this house, but it took me a really long time to build. I think this is about half an hour long, and I cannot believe it's that long. It's ridiculous. And that's after I cut out, like I've increased the speed ridiculously more than normal. But I definitely probably should have cut out a lot more. I don't know what you guys like to see. I don't know what I should be putting in here. Like, I cut out a lot of stuff, but it's still like a lot of footage left. Like, obviously, I left kind of in what I would like to see personally. But yes, so Generation 3, this is their house. Also in Generation 2, we went with like a grey scale kind of color theme for the family. Like, they all wore the same kind of outfits per character, per child. Wow. Been reading too many books. But yeah, so that was the idea. They all had the grey outfits. They all had set outfits for per age group and whatnot. And that was the vibe that I was digging. So that's pretty cool. I loved that. And I was like, how do we translate or transfer this into a new generation without kind of copying it? Because obviously every generation you want to make something that's different. You want to have a whole different vibe in your generation. And, because you're doing the same thing so repetitively, like it gets a bit, what is it? Tedious? I don't know words, but it gets a bit, is it tedious? I think so. So you really want to spruce stuff up. So this generation, I was hoping to do females as pink and all the males as blue. And they also have like separate, not necessarily dorms, but like separate wings in the house, shall I say, where all the girls will be in one area and all the boys will be in one area. Wow. This is just for a bit of fun. Nothing against genders at all. We are all our own people. And yeah, but just a bit of fun, they're little soldiers in my little army of making babies, okay? Yeah, that's it. Wow, I'm using my Sims. I feel horrible. No, you know what? They're living a great life. I take good care of my Sims, I'd like to say. Yes, I do. But yeah, so that's kind of where I started. I was like, this is the idea that I have in my head. I want to follow this. I want two like identical wings, one for males and one for females. And I just wanted to, the idea is that the toddlers are completely in the separate area so that they will have no issues also on the first floor. So they will have no issues with stairs. And then I was like, let's get them a cool study room each, like you would have in, I don't know how dorms work. I never like lived away from home or ever had to stay in a dorm, even though I thought it was like the coolest thing. And I almost dreamed of it. Like I used to live in a really small town. Not really small, but I think the population was like 3,000 or something. So that's technically pretty small. And so like I wanted to go to this high school where they're like, you could ride horses and stuff like that. And I've still never ridden a horse, but we're living our best life, okay? As much as we can. Living our best life. Oh. It's like I don't even believe it. But I was like so hyped. My mom was going to send me there and I was like, yes. And it was like dorms and I was just like all in my like fantasy young head, and I was like, maybe I'll find a guy here who likes me and it'll just be one of those like romances. Anyway. And I just being younger, I always thought that was something that I would really, really like, is to just, live in a dorm, customize it from there. But, I guess growing up and living by yourself is kind of like living in your own dorm. But like, you don't want to, okay, I was gonna say you don't have to share it with anyone, but you kind of do. I have a housemate and my partner, and that's enough. And they're both not here. And that's why I'm just ranting my life away. Because that's what we dream about. Also, I'm actually just like a mega loner, so it's not surprising that I'm here talking to myself for half an hour. Hee hee. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you didn't miss too much of these videos. I'm hoping to pump some more out now that I've got a little bit of time off. I got myself a few days off so that I can kind of get things back on track again. I have been neglecting this, which I feel so guilty about. Like, I just remember being so passionate about this for like the last 2-3 years. And then just a lot of, a lot of life just stepped in and distracted me. But if I can keep this going, then, you know, it's me working towards something. It's me working hard and something that I like, something that I really enjoy. Like, I haven't even played Sims for like the last 2 or 3 weeks, which is actually really sad. And my dog better not start barking because I will cry myself to sleep. And I'm just kidding, I wouldn't. Only on Tuesdays. No, I'm kidding. Oh, I'm bad jokes. You know how people, like the saddest people, make the best joke? Well, okay. We're going down here with this conversation. But also, we're like 6 or something minutes in, right? I'm proud of you if you're here, boo. But like, tell me something about yourself in the comments, maybe. No, I want to get to know you guys a bit better. But like, we're only a little small BB community, and I'm hoping that we'll keep growing and that we'll keep living our best. If living our best lives is just my comment. That's like people at work. They're like, "Oh, how are you today?" I'm just like, living the dream, living the dream. Oh no. And I'm so glad that person who recommended these all-in-one bathrooms, like, they're pog. Oh, this kitchen was really annoying for me. So I built the 2 dorms, right? We're just gonna call them dorms, even though that's not what they are. And then I was like, what do I do with the rest of the house? And I really wanted to like build it with all the furniture inside of it, but I was really confused at what I was to do here. But the kitchen is huge, and I think it needs to be huge due to the fact that we've got so many kids. And hopefully this generation around, I think I have learned that we can only have like a maximum of 4 like quads, like a birthing of quads. Well, a birthing of quads, but we can only have like a quantity of 4. So if I can hit 4 all the time, then that would be great. And that would be so many Sims in the house. And that is scary. I also wanted in between the dorms for them to have like a community area where they could sit by the fire, read some books, play some pool. But I actually do end up changing that. I don't remember what I changed it to. I changed it like 3 times. Because I did this over a span of a few days, because like I would just do it in the background of just like, you know, having a little bit of a vibe, a bit of a chill. But it was pretty crazy. And then one thing that went really bad was that I built all this. Did I build it all? Yeah, I fully built it. And I had moved the next generation into this house. So we've brought over Serena and 2 of the bots. So one of the bots is for our darling, I just missed her name though. I was just talking about her too, Ursula. So Ursula has her own bot and Serena has her own bot. But when Serena passes away, I might just, you know, delete the bot. But I feel like, wait, I don't even think I have Madeline's. No, I don't have Madeline's tombstone. Why do I want to keep Serena? Maybe I'll move Serena out. Serena doesn't have a bed in this house. I also didn't think that through. Wow. Because it's literally like, you know, it's literally the kids. And then Ursula's, I keep trying to call her Madeline. Like, Madeline's such a cute fucking name. But I was really deep in thought there about something really important, and then I got distracted. Damn. Oh, maybe just the kid. Oh, okay. Yes. So I had a really big issue where once I tried to move them into this lot, that it wasn't showing any of the family tree. And I'm like, you can't do this to me. I've birthed 49 kids and you're not going to show me? You're not going to give me credit? I was just like, can I do this? I'm so sorry. Accents and me. We're just one, you know? And they're not even good. But that happened and I had a mental breakdown. No, I'm kidding. I was challenged and I accepted it. I welcomed the challenge. But within that, basically, I had to... It was all because I wanted to do a different coloured roof on this house. Would you believe it? And I was looking for, like, you know, going through all these little custom sites, you know, trying to get some new roof colours, you know, something a bit different. And I found a set and I was like, okay, we'll do this. And so I downloaded them into my, like, you know, my Sims 3 packs. And I was like, yeah, cool vibes. Went to open the game, wouldn't open. And I'm like, okay, so these roofs are effed. So I removed them and tried to set up my game and it didn't work. And I was like, you just want me to die, do you not? I was like, you can't do this to me. You cannot. You cannot do it to me. So I would, in all honesty, I spent what I think would have been about a good 6, maybe 7 hours, like not consistently, but through, like I was on it, like it was the mission for the day. Like I was watching things in the background and I was going out to eat food and stuff like that, you know, toilet break. But I spent like that amount of time trying to suss it out because I had to find all these downloads that I had in there that I had deleted, not realizing that it would disappear. So that was a big drama, but I got there, and and then I still loaded in and the family tree wasn't working. I was like, you can't do this to me. It was rough, but eventually I just played it for like 5 minutes after they moved into the house. I said move, help. And it actually was quite okay. Like all the kids popped up again and I was like, thank the Lord. I need to sleep. This mentally draining. Oh my God, it hurt. But I'm really glad that I was able to get that all done. And so this is kind of the size of the kitchen that we had going. This is the biggest kitchen we've ever had. And I'm really vibing it. And we just had like the white wood. Oh, it's so nice. These are probably my favorite counters in The Sims 3. And probably my favorite stove and fridge. I was gonna say bar fridge, help. But I'm just so excited, you know, this is, and it's like a nice white and dark wood kind of setup, which is also a vibe. I was really glad that my custom woods were packages, because I was able to keep my packages, but I was really nervous that they had glitched in with like the Sims 3 packs and the downloads and stuff like that. Also, something that I would really, really like to do for this channel is I was going to do like CC shopping, and I recorded them, but like I don't know, I hated them at the same time. So I might try redo like a CC shop so I can kind of show you guys where I go and what I do my shopping, because I think that would be a really cute vibe, because a lot of people ask me like, oh my God, where do you get your CC from? And I'm also one of those people who watch someone and like I go through all their links and I'm like, what? I'll go to their Tumblr and it won't be anything telling me what they use, and I'm like, this is unfair. But basically it's just like, it's something that I look for, so I would assume people would look for that in me as well, like where I get my stuff from. Obviously I would love to just upload it all and share it with you guys, but I feel like that would discredit the creators of all the content who actually spent time on it. So I'd more like to, I'm trying to share it a lot more through my Tumblr now, so that my Tumblr is kind of my like Sims 3 on Sims 4 custom content like outlet for people to kind of pick up what I've been looking at and stuff like that. I'm really rambling here. I'm so proud of myself, but that's the idea. I might even release them a lot later if I can kind of figure out what I just felt like they just didn't make sense, and then I lost like a clip that I thought I had. Yeah, so it's just a bit of drama. I also would really like to do like my mods, maybe like just go through my mods folder, show you what my mods do, how to install them maybe. I don't know, like there's plenty of them on the internet, but obviously it's really nice and fresh to get it from a new perspective or someone that you watched for them to explain it to you. Like it's a whole different vibe. And you know, like just for beginners, not that I think there would be many beginners in Sims nowadays. Like Sims is really great, but like don't start ranting about Sims 4. Sims 3 still has somehow more content in some ways than The Sims 4, and it bugs me. It eeks me. Eek. It just, comments on that will be withheld from this video. But yeah, so I also wanted to have a bit of a hallway, and I really liked the idea of using all these archways, but I also knew that I would have to use doors if I wanted to keep people out so that we could lock all the doors for certain people. And I know, and I'm traumatized from the first generation, how locking doors kind of annoyed the heck out of me. So I'm hoping that it won't be such a problem in this, but a worst case scenario can always, I was gonna say beat down doors. I can, you know, just remove that kind of option and, you know, have archways or something. And then I was like, I had built all this and then I forgot that I actually had to have space for where all the toddlers were going to be, and it had to be on the first floor. And I really liked the idea of them all curved in that little corner, but we do end up kind of extending this room a bit later to be able to fit more in, just because we need a lot more space, you know, we've got to fit more in here. And I wanted to have 2 kids playpens. If we do start getting like quads at a time, why did I really put 4 cribs in here? You know what? 4 cribs was fine last time. It's not like they live in them forever, you know? Like they're in there for a day or something and then I'm able to move them out because I've got them to their skills, which is really, really good. But yeah, so I feel like I'm pretty decent at this. Sims 3 is always laggy. No matter what you do, some people have mastered it somehow and I would really like to know. Some people think I have mastered this, but sweetie, you do not know. No, but I think we all really struggle with trying to make The Sims 3 a lot more easy for us. But hear me out. I have experienced lag in The Sims 4. Like, and I hate it. Hate it. It's not a smooth lag. It's like a really choppy lag. And I think I do have more CC in The Sims 4 than The Sims 3. But like, if you looked at my content in The Sims 3, I've got more for less, if that makes sense. And the choppiness it breaks my heart because Sims 4 is meant to be so much better, but obviously you can't really complain if you're running like custom content because, you know, but you know, there's a bit of this, bit of that, but it's the world we live in. But also in the baby room, I wanted to do obviously pinks and blues again. So it's pretty much pink, blue, white, brown wood is the kind of theme of the house. And look, I wanted to do a lot more decorating, but I kind of wanted to see what kind of like budget we were working with. Oh my god. I ended up having to, I think I did it in the last part of my 100 baby challenge. I'd already built the house by then, I think. But me voiceovering stuff takes like months apparently. Because I have to motivate myself to talk and to just sit down for like 40 minutes and not do anything. Which is what I do all the time. But like if I'm playing a game, I feel productive somehow. But not like editing a video that's gonna like, you know, be like shared to a lot of people, you know. Yeah, small brain things from Jade. Oh no, I have lost what I was talking about. I'm so sorry, but we keep moving. This is going to be like, I wanted a fireplace in the house, like a common area, as I was saying, which I was going to have between the 2 dorm areas, right? I don't actually remember what I put in there. I was going to have the easels down there, but I made more space upstairs for easels. I don't know, easels and easels. I think it's easels, but I don't know why I say easels. Easels? Sounds like ASUS, a gamer. But yeah, I think this is where we go through and kind of make everything a lot darker. I always like all my woods to kind of match. Thank you Sims 3 for such a great customization tool. You are amazing and you deserve the world. Absolutely. But anyway, so obviously this is all blue. We've got the dark wood. I tried to kind of give it a little bit of personality in the sense that, okay, I lied. There's not much personality at all. But like some, you know, like what's the word? Like a bit extra, you know? So they all have like their bedside table. They all have a lamp on it. Maybe one day they can all have different lamps, you know, for personality, of course. I guess the idea is that people don't actually live here long enough to really gain much of a personality or for their personality to shine through. Like, their personality is 100% there. I just ain't noticing it. I'm just trying to birth kids, you know? But yeah, so I used a few of these little custom, like, I think it's like a kid swatch pack. Which, you know, I'm not very, like, okay. Something about me. I literally normally, like, young adults love that for me, but like I haven't like dived too much into like kid CC, customization of kids, like adding in more love to the kids. So lately, like even elders, I'm even trying to get in more love for the elders, just like feel like you've got more like of a rich gameplay, I guess. So like if my kid looks cute, I'm gonna give it some more love than I probably normally would. And same with like my child. So I've kind of been looking at like just to kind of make it a bit more, not necessarily realistic, but more, you know, fun, more customized, more of a bit me. Also, these stairs were so annoying. I wanted to obviously 3 times in a row, Jade Pog. I really wanted, so obviously guys, we have a second floor, but the only stairs that led up were a part of the 2 dorms. So I'm like, yo, we need some more stairs. So this is me literally trying to fit it in, and it's a bit crazy. These stairs I think are from the store. I'm terrible with what was in the store and what's CC, to be honest. It all just comes in the same kind of situation. But obviously we needed stairs for everyone to be able to go upstairs, especially for, for Ursula to go upstairs, because obviously her bedroom's upstairs. Wow. is this the kind of morning where I say obviously too much? Oh my god. But like, it took me so long to kind of figure out what Serena's room was. Like, basically the dorms were the easiest for me. Like, I knew what shape I wanted. I knew where I wanted the furniture to go. But trying to make the house look decent, because obviously I built it furniture out. Like, I was like, I placed furniture and I'm like, this is kind of the shape of the room that I really want. And then I made the room around that kind of shape. Pardon me. So it was a bit frustrating to kind of get to the building of the outside. And you'll see that when that comes up. I'm pretty sure I cut like out an hour of me trying to figure out the front layout of the house. And that's where I got into the roof situation. You know, it wasn't healthy. Also, definitely staying with the blues and pinks downstairs as well. But we put in some grey. Like, I think I should have put in some of that really nice, what is it, like a honey, not a honey oak, but like more of like, what is it, like a golden kind of oak, I reckon. That would have been nice to contrast against the dark. Oh my god, such a concept and many idea in the brain. I was just really trying for something a bit different, but I do like the layout of the house. It's got a bit more of like if I were to build a house for myself, like just for Sims, like, you know, they've had kids, we're building them a new house because they've got some money. This is the kind of house that I would probably like build, like the brown wood floors, white walls, a lot of these like, like pastels and like darker rich colors, if that makes sense. That's just like a vibe that I would always use. So I think I will really enjoy this house. I do want to put more decoration, help. I was going to say decoration and customization at the same time. But this is where the room is, right? So I wanted to just put like a pool table down here maybe. And then I was like, I should probably have some easels because easels obviously help us with a bit of money. And for the life of me, that was a fun time. But I can't remember what this room changes into. I know, do I leave the pool table there? I think I do. I think I just moved the easels. Okay, I thought I left the pool table upstairs, but there you go. It's been like 2 weeks since I built this. Maybe 3, no, probably 2 weeks. It takes me time, okay? It's a process. You know, we've got to find the perfect me picking all the same swatches all the time. Burnt oranges, mustard yellows, freaking like deep plum purples. You know, that really nice, what kind of like even like dusty blue, dusty pink. Mwah, that's kind of what you kind of see in here. Rather than like a nice vibrance. It's a bit more like muted, a bit more on the deeper dark side, but not really. Oh my god. Yeah, but I'm curious to see how this is gonna go. I'm curious to see if this is gonna frustrate me a whole lot or if it's gonna work perfectly. You know, like, are we gonna have issues or issues? You know, like rowdy issues plus no. Also, tiling I hate in The Sims 3 and probably the 4 as well. The 4. But basically, I have these like I've downloaded some patterns and some swatches for like new wallpapers to put in the rooms, but like I can't customize them to color, which frustrates me. Like, it's a white brick and that's all it will ever be. It's a white brick and I'm frustrated. You know, like, just let me customize. This is a Sims 3, but that's okay. It's more that I like the pattern and I would put up with not being able to change. I just don't like things too white. I don't know, you know? Also, I wanted her to have like a luxurious bed. You know, they always have to have like a pamper bed because, you know, what do they get out of life? You know, they get kids, yeah, sure. But maybe they don't want all those kids, you know? Maybe they deserve to be spoiled for all their efforts. They are continuing this generation. Also, she gets a fancy fireplace upstairs as well. You know why? Because she deserves it. Does she? I don't know. She hasn't had any kids yet, so like, she's just been vibing, you know? But yeah, I do really want to put a bit more detail in, but obviously a bit more detail could cause a bit of like, oh my god, roofs. This is where it all went downhill from here, guys. All downhill from here. Just couldn't decide on how it looked on the outside. I think we go with like a white timber maybe. I swear it was white. I can't for the life of me remember what kind of colouring we did on the outside. Oh, and I made the kitchen a little bit bigger. I was trying to obviously shape the outside so that it somewhat looked attractive. Wanted a balcony for my goal. I was going to say girls and girls. But yeah, so this is where it frustrated me, but I also decided to extend these rooms a little bit, give them a little bit more space, because obviously in the kids' room I did want more space, because that's where all our little toddlers are going to be. They always have issues with routing, so that happened. But I think I'm going to have issues with the way I place these cribs. Not play tested. Oh my god, wow, she's hacking. But I hope and hope and hope that it's no issues. But obviously there's a bit of space in this room for them to have more than 4 kids at once. Yeah, it's community. For her to have more than 4 kids at once. So like 4 babies, you know, so we can have toddlers and babies at the same time. I hope to God that that doesn't happen, and that we're very sophisticated and very, you know, snap onto it, that all these kids are going to be aging up really quickly. And then we also got 2 wings like on the side of the main bedroom. So one of them is a room full of easels. A room full of easels. Wow. Yeah, that's exactly what it is anyway. And the second one, I didn't really know what to do. I was going to do a gym, but I kind of held back on that because I was a little bit worried about money. Because I don't want to cheat us money, but like obviously we did have the genie. So I shouldn't have any issues if I want to add that in now. But that room's kind of empty, so even if you guys download this, hopefully I will be uploading this. I definitely need to save it and remember how to do it. I did it for like three houses, I think, before, but that was like months ago, and I, for the life of me, do not remember, and I feel guilty about it. And I was really like, this looks kind of like what kind of style is it? It reminds me of a type of house, and you know, like you have your patio, like a. I don't know. I'd say it and I'd be very wrong because I don't know like errors, you know, anything like that. But it looks very like Anyway, it looks like very fashionable. So like I kind of made it more towards a farmhouse, but it definitely could be used more. Oh my god, that custom tree. Why do I have it? But it could be definitely made into like a very modern like I was gonna say pillar. Help. Look, it's fresh in the morning. This is the first I've talked all this morning. We are living our best life. But yeah. So just kind of mapping through. Didn't really know what to do with the front. But we do make it more of like a farmhouse on the outskirts. Like, you know, some horsey fences around. I tried to add in a little bit of greenery. Though it is quite limited at this time. But I didn't really also want to put too much effort in. Because that's a bit crazy. And, you know, but I did put the little windmill at the back for that kind of, you know, like the land's a bit more older than the house. The house has been like renovated, you know, made to look a bit better. I also was contemplating having a horse in this generation, because we kind of have like an animal per generation. Maybe I should start making that a thing, but I don't think we're going to have too many generations after this. I think at least this one, maybe a next one, maybe a third, but I'm going to make it a huge mission to just do it in the 4 generations, I think. That would be really great, because at least everyone has like almost the alphabet of a child. But anyway, guys, I'll be leaving you here today. I hope you guys are having a really good day, and we will talk soon. Bye!